What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Shavar Madner back again with another video. And today I'm broadcasting from inside my garage because my kids are in the house. They're upstairs. They're loud. You know, we got a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. It's kind of hard to do stuff in a quiet. So I decided to come out to the garage to make this next video. So they also won't hear me talking, you know, very dirty language, because this is going to be a video of very dirty language. But anyway, let me pan around real quick. You can see, like I said, it's my home gym treadmill, bench. Got a power rack behind me, punching bag, which really is my wife's. Deadlift station, stamp a little bit, raise camera up. You know, basic stuff, man. I'm just out here doing my thing. Anyway, so today, I decided to make this video because I had a question that was asked to me about vasectomies. And, you know, I'm going to go on record right now. I had one last year, back in April. And it was only because I have a daughter and a son. So vasectomies are not for everyone. If you desire kids, my advice is don't go that route. If you don't desire kids, then my advice would be go that route. Especially if you're married like I am and you already had 2 kids and your wife or your spouse doesn't want to get the tubal ligation, I think is what it's called, when they get their tubes tied, then having a vasectomy is a lot easier than a woman going under the knife because of where their ovaries reside and where their tubes, fallopian tubes, reside at, versus in a man, your vas deafeners, which is the tubes that sperm swim through to meet inside of your shaft, you know, your dick, your urethra, and then it is then met up with semen that come from your prostate gland that then ejaculates out the head of your penis into said woman when you're trying to get her pregnant. And you know, the fallopian tubes carry her eggs from her ovaries, and that sperm and that egg meets up, and if the egg is fertile and the sperm is fertile and doing this thing like it's supposed to, then boom, 9 months later you have a baby on the way. It's cooking in the fucking oven. So the misconception is, and I'm gonna put all the graphs up and, you know, let you guys see what I'm talking about. A lot of guys think that they cut your fucking balls off when you have a vasectomy, and that is not the fucking case. I am a living, walking testimony. I had surgery last year, and there are multiple methods of vasectomy. Multiple. There, you know, you got the old school way where they use a scalpel and a needle, to a no needle, no scalpel, to needle and no scalpel, to no scalpel but needle. It's multiple ways that they do it. For me, I had the needle, no scalpel. And versus what that means is the needles to inject the numbing agent into your testicles. That's right. They hit your nutsack, them 2 tubes that come from both ball sacks, you know, that carries the sperm to numb that area. And then the old school way, they'll take a scalpel and cut right there where the vas deafeners is located after they isolate the vas deafeners. And then they do their thing. For me, the doctor that I had perform my surgery here at the VA hospital here in Atlanta, made one incision with a particular tube. I can't think of the name of it, but pretty much it makes like a little puncture in the flesh. You know, he isolated both vas deafeners in one area. It's a little bit more tedious on the doctor's behalf to do that, but it's more easier on the recovery end for me. So that's the method I prefer. And I was wide awake when he did everything. They'll put you to sleep, but it's just a 35 minute process. I wanted to be awake to live that moment. I didn't feel no pain at all. The most I felt was tugging, but no pain. But anyway, you know, after he numbed me, he asked me, you know, do I feel certain moves, certain pinchments? No, I didn't feel none of that shit. Then, you know, he also took a cauterizing machine, you know, the little thing that got a little flame on it. And then he was hitting the flesh to make sure I didn't feel the heat from that. I didn't. Once he realized I was numb, that's when he started doing his operation. Like I said, he made one incision, isolated both vas deafeners, cut, clamp, stitch opposite ends away from each other so they would never grow back, and then cauterize them from inside out to stop any bleeding, any infection getting in there. And pretty much just told me to take it easy for the next 10 days. I lift weights, you know, so for me, it was hard to sit down for 10 days. I didn't really feel no pain. I walked like a pigeon. The first 24 to 36 hours, I got some old archive videos of me eating up in my son's room, you know, eating, laying in the bed. He was at the time no more than 4 months, 5 months old. And, you know, I was virtually fine. And I came down the 3rd day, put 225 on the bar, squatted, didn't feel no pain. I didn't get stitches because the doctor wanted to leave that hole there. He just told me, put Neosporin over the covering, because it scabbed up. He cauterized so it can scab up. After the scab came off, then he was like, hey, keep a Band-Aid over it at night if you want to, especially when you take a shower. Neosporin, that helps with a lot of irritation. But he did that so if it swells, the pulse from the swelling can leak out. So it was a smart decision, and it healed quickly. I mean, nut meat does this here. Balls, testicles, they does this here when it could be open one day, and that's how it was. I think around day 8, I had a little hole there. The morning, the next day, hole was closed. Didn't fucking feel shit. They also tell you to make sure you relieve yourself a few times before you decide to leave your balls and your shaft. Well, really your shaft, not your balls inside of a chick's vagina, and just pump her up full of semen fluid. A lot of guys make the mistake of not cleaning out the upper part of that vas deafener, because you still got sperm swimming in the upper part of the tube. And what happens is you ejaculate inside a female, and you say you have a vasectomy. Instead, you following instructions and jacking off, or letting your wife jack you off, or however you get the fuck off. They end up getting pregnant. Then you end up on Maury or somewhere. Hey, my baby, I have sex. Hey, my baby, and it's your fucking baby, and you went to the hospital. But that's not how it goes. I think I may have went to the mountaintop 30 times after my vasectomy before I finally decided to test the waters and leave it in. And once I did that, I had a test performed first. Go back, get your test, and follow up to make sure you ain't got no sperm swimming around your semen still. Because it takes a few times. I'm telling you guys, make sure you do that. Don't make the mistake of getting a vasectomy, then go on the bust nuts and thinking because you have a vasectomy, you're sterile. It doesn't work like that. Flush out your system. Ejaculate. Do what you need to do. Let your wife suck you off. Whatever. Just do what the fuck you need to do to bust those motherfucking nuts. Anywho, after all that, I had a test, came back sterile. I was ready to let my balls hang out. I ain't got the consequences of worrying about me not making another goddamn baby. That's one of the reasons why me and my wife did it. Financial reasons too. It's very expensive in this day and age to want a kid or to try to take care of a kid. I prefer a lot of people that aren't financially stable and ready to make babies, practice safe sex. Don't be that dumb ass to go out and make kids and you don't want to take care of them. I can't stand fathers like that, and I can't stand women like that. They'll sit there, have their legs wide the fuck open and get plowed like a mallard duck and pumping out babies like this is fucking the jungle, where you just have a shitload of lions running around fucking making cubs and shit all the motherfucking time, just popping them out like corkwood. You don't want to do that motherfucking shit, man. But when you have a vasectomy, it doesn't affect your sex drive. Well, I take that back. My sex drive went up, and I think it's due to the fact that testosterone is regulated by testicles. Sperm, to some degree, plays a very important part with testosterone. Mainly it's just the testicles, and, all that stuff. But the sperm that doesn't get used just gets reabsorbed back into the body. So that can kind of somewhat elevate your testosterone levels. A lot of guys that I talk to that have vasectomies, before I had mine, told me, yeah, sex drive goes up a little bit. And if you already got a high sex drive and a little bit extra sex drive goes up, my wife got to beat me off for some time because I got to fucking have it. I'm hornier than a motherfucker. Then you come out here, you work out, you squat, you deadlift, you're doing a whole bunch of motherfucking shit, and that really ups testosterone. I'm just ready to plow. But the notion is a lot of guys think that when you have a vasectomy, you can't bust nuts anymore. And that's not true. If you look at the chart that I done put up a couple times, I'm gonna put it back up again, you can clearly see that your prostate gland, you have a seminal gland right around your prostate area. That is where your semen, your seminal fluid comes from. As long as you remove that gland right there, you're gonna bust nuts. Just busting fucking empty nuts. You have no soldiers in there ready to fight the war, if it gets into the womb against the eggs and trying to get fertilized. You don't have that shit going on. That notion of you not being able to bust nuts and drench a bitch, or whatever you want to call it, have the bitch swimming in your own ragu, your own soup, that's a goddamn lie. I bust plenty nuts. I wouldn't be making this video if it was a bunch of bullshit. I still skeet, squirt, whatever the fuck you want to call it, skeet, motherfucker, like Lil Jon say, skeet, just bust on the motherfucker. That's just facts. But I did it for reasons, because I got 2 children. I don't need 3, don't need 4, don't need 5. I'm breaking that fucking cycle. Us African-American males, the real fathers out there, it doesn't hurt to get a vasectomy, man. If your woman don't, because that surgery is more complicated. Some women don't wake up from that surgery. So my advice would be research. I actually watched videos on vasectomies before I even had one. So I kind of knew what I was getting into. But, you know, when they did my surgery, I was up. I kept the doctor and the nurse entertained, because I was singing the Isley Brothers, for those who listen to a little bit of, you know, old school. You know, we call that soul music, baby making music. Choosy Lovers. I was singing that every time I felt a little tug when he was doing his job. And he told me out of the 30 years he's been performing these vasectomies, he never heard a dude come in there actually singing while getting fixed. And I told him that I was told, and I ain't gonna put what parent told me on blast years ago, but I was told that I was conceived to that song in the back seat of a car. I'm keeping it at that. So I felt like it was paying homage to the song that I was conceived on, because I can't make any more kids, or have my wife and I conceive any more kids to any type of motherfucking song. So I hope this video was entertaining. I hope it was informative as well. But guys, I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with getting a vasectomy. I'm a living witness. I have a vasectomy. I'm fine. I'm in the best shape of my life. I still bust nuts. I'm very healthy. My wife loves it. We ain't got to worry about making babies. We're financially stable. It really helps you to weigh your options. Some guys just don't want kids. If you don't want no motherfucking kids, by all means, give a vasectomy. But if you got 7, 8, 9 motherfucking kids you can half-ass take care of, or you making all your motherfucking babies knowing then, well, you got no intention of taking care of them because your pull-out game is strong. And there's going to be some videos coming about the pull-out game, guys. So stay tuned for that shit. You pull-out game is smoking weed, go get fixed. Don't be that deadbeat fucking sorry sack of shit that gets mad when another man step in and take care of your responsibility. Your responsibility. If you're a man enough to go inside a woman and pump her ass up full of goddamn nut, seminal fluid, then you should be man enough to take care of what comes out of that womb in 9 months. And if your woman's a whore, and you know she's a whore, and it ain't your baby, then you dodged the bullet. But if that is the same woman that you've been with, and you're not even married to her, and you just running back and forth, fucking Rochambeau and playing Russian roulette with your nutsack, because you know you can catch something by doing that shit, then you the type of motherfuckers I'm talking about that really need a vasectomy, that really need some fucking help. So research it. You know, I got a couple of kin folks that's been asking me about it. I gave them my honest opinion about it. I hope they take that route. It'll help them out in the long run. But, you know, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. And more content is coming. Stay tuned. I've been kind of busy. I'm into severe weather. So, you know, Laura made landfall in Louisiana last night, in Cameron Parish down there in southern Louisiana, right close to the Texas border. And I'm from Texas originally, from Southeast Texas. Brenham. You motherfuckers know Blue Ice Cream. That's where I'm from, motherfuckers. But my heart goes out to them guys that was affected down there, the men and women, the families, you know, all the first responders, everybody that was down there in the front lines. My heart goes out to you guys. It was already reported a 14-year-old girl died when a tree fell on the home, I think in Lake Charles, Cameron, down there, one of the two. So, and I got a feeling that death toll is going to go up, because it was a pretty violent storm last night. I only wish the storm would have came in a weekend. I could have got down there and actually did some storm chasing. But hey, there's always another chance. We could have another hurricane before the season's up, and it could come towards the East Coast here in Georgia. And that happens, I'll be bringing that to you on my channel. Hey man, subscribe, leave some comments down below of what you want to see next, and stay tuned, because I got a lot of good content coming. Gonna show y'all some of my workouts and what I do in here and other stuff, like I say, anime. I talk about everything on this channel, so stay tuned to the channel. Hope you guys staying safe, COVID-19. Enjoy yourself, live life to the fullest, and I'm out, motherfuckers. Till next time, peace.